Bonjour, everyone. It is Sue coming at you from her outdoor covered tent space with my Teardrop trailer in beautiful Terlingua, Western Texas. I am here with a friend for a week. Starting today is the International Terlingua Chili Cook-Off, which takes place for the next couple of days. And in addition to chili, there is fabulous music for all 4 nights of the festival. I think we're both going to only be here for the first 2 nights, and then I will be heading out on Friday for Marfa, Texas, so I'm going to hope to do a video from there as well. And then from there to Balmorhea State Park, which is further up in West Texas. And I learned how to pronounce that just recently. If you look at it, it looks like Balmorhea, but apparently it is named for 2 gentlemen, Balmo and Ray, so it's Balmorhea. And I love learning things like that because there is a town on the way here that looks like it is the word Iran spelled incorrectly with 2 A's. But a little bit of some West Texas history here. Iran, or Iran is how it's pronounced, is a dinky little town that was founded by the gentleman and of course his wife Anne, who I think were instrumental in the West Texas oil boom. They owned, and still do, family I'm sure, just tons of West Texas hardscrabble desert that is sitting on top of the Permian Basin oil field. So the Ira Ann family, I don't know their last name, sorry about that, is set for generations. Let's just put it that way. And today, while I'm sitting here before we head out, we are going to go check out the chili cook-off to figure out what the timing for everything is, including I think we have the schedule for the music, but we don't have the schedule for when things really get shaking. It is approximately 12:30 here, Central U.S. time. I think it's about 95 degrees. There's a gentle breeze blowing, which doesn't really do that much to dissuade the black flies that are swirling around me. Wind is supposed to turn them off, but apparently not these guys. They probably don't see that many people all the time, so they're just thrilled to pieces when there are people and possibly food and possibly water in the vicinity, right? So maybe you don't see them flying around here, maybe you do. But yeah, so I've got a bunch of my West Texas black fly pals hanging out with me in the shade, and we're going to head out here in about another half hour, and we're going to go directly further west to a tiny little town right on the Mexican border called Lajitas. And we were planning on going to the Big Bend State Park, which is one of the huge and fabulous state park units for the state of Texas, which truly does has amazing state parks. But I think they're closed right now for probably for hunting or something like that. Maybe they're culling some of the critters that live on the park land. But at any rate, it's closed right now, so we won't be able to do that. It actually turns out to be a good thing because this is a little warmer than it typically is this time of year here. We were kind of hoping for 70s, 80s, and not 90s, 100s. So hiking in 95 plus heat when there's literally no shade. In my house there's at least shade, but here there's literally no shade. It's just dirt and dust and rocks and roadrunners and really low shrubs to take advantage of conserving water as much as possible. So we probably wouldn't have hiked in this conditions anyway, but it will really be fun to go see this small town, so I'll take some pictures there. And we started out the trip on Monday and drove to a town on the way here that's about, I want to say it's about 100 miles away from here, northeast, that is spelled marathon but pronounced marathon, just like I live in Burnett County, which if you were looking at it is Burnett, but not here in Texas. It's Burnett County. So we stayed in Marathon that first night and then got here yesterday to Big Bend or just north of Big Bend, actually. Terlingua is on the outskirts of the western entrance to Big Bend National Park. We're actually at a point a little east of town proper called Study Butte, spelled study. Again, English is crazy, isn't it? And especially Texas English. But that's pretty much it for now. It's nice to sit and relax a little bit. This morning I had to do some housekeeping. I have been off for so long. Last week, the entire week, I volunteered as a voting elections worker for early voting, and that was a lot of fun, but also very, very draining. It's difficult to be that much of an upbeat and performing person for 9 hours a day with people just coming in nonstop. The people are fantastic. It's just all that energy expended in being nonstop upbeat and bubbly and helpful and looking around to make sure if anybody needs help that you're there to help them. It's just exhausting. And especially for someone like me who is an introvert, I just did absolutely nothing when I got home those nights. And over the weekend, had to be busy bee to prep for this trip. And so yeah, it's nice to have a little bit of some downtime to sit and relax. And then we're going to be enjoying a ton of fabulous chili from all over for the next couple of days, and then go up to Marfa, and there's some really cool stuff there, including the world famous, if you look them up, Marfa lights, which supposedly are alien lights or mysterious lights that appear in the sky sometimes, but not always. And so that'll be fun to explore that funky little town. It's kind of like an artist colony town now, and I love places like that, like Bisbee, Arizona, but Marfa is much smaller than that. And then up to Balmorhea, and then back home again on Monday, pick up the dogs Monday afternoon, and then I go in on Tuesday, which is election day proper, to do some more volunteer work at the elections office itself. And then I will be pretty much done with all of this housekeeping, I guess you could put it, and have nothing but free time to finish planning and ideating my trip to France the first 2 weeks of February. So I hope everyone, everywhere who's watching this is having a fantastic day or evening. I am probably not going to edit this because there is no Wi-Fi here and my cell coverage is limited. So this is it. This is what you see. This is what you get. And I'll catch you on the back end. So bonjour, bonsoir, and à bientôt. Oops, had to get that in there. Bye-bye.